Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Thursday, the 18th of March 2021. In the news, I see a nice graphic of literally a chip off the old block. Uh, Apparently, this object known as Oumuamua, my apologies if I'm murdering the Hawaiian dialect there, but there's this thing floating around in space, apparently shaped like a cookie, as Americans call them, biscuit as we prefer in the UK. Chocolate chip or not, I have no idea. But anyway, Arizona State University reckon it's made of frozen nitrogen. I wondered what temperature nitrogen freezes at, so I looked it up and found that it's minus 210 degrees C or 63 Kelvin. That's very cold. That's worse than Scotland, even. Anyway, some people, of course, want to believe it's something connected with aliens. How likely is that? Very unlikely, of course. But anyway, I hope they have fun thinking about it. Right, now, according to The Guardian, this is a hard level Sudoku puzzle, but we don't take them at their word anymore, do we? So I'm going to give instructions on how to play Sudoku because it might turn out to be much less than hard. On the other hand, who knows? Right, so how do we play Sudoku? We have 9 grids. In this grid, numbers are fairly distributed fairly across the grid, actually. Not like any empty, there aren't any empty sections. But within each section here, each box if you prefer, we need numbers 1 to 9. So we have 9, 9, 4, and 2 here. So we need to find the other numbers for these 6 squares or cells. We have columns with 9 squares. Every square must contain numbers 1 to 9. And again, across each row, we need the digits 1 to 9. For example, here we only have 4 numbers missing because we already have 5 of the numbers in this row. That's the rules for Sudoku. Now that you understand how to play the game, let's get started and see what I can see with my little eye. First thing that I see is that a 9 needs to go here. If, again, you're unfamiliar with Sudoku, what do? We notice that there is a 9 in this column already, so it can't appear again. 9 in this column already can't appear again. So in this segment down here, no 9s can appear here, 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 or here. So that has to be the space where we put 9, so we can write that in. Now that 9 that we've just filled in will be useful to us when we take it across this row here, and realize it can't fit here or here, and this 9 blocks these 2 squares. But there is a 9 in this column blocking down here, so that's the square for 9 in that segment. We'll continue with this 9 that we've written in, and we'll see that there's a 9 across here, and a 9 across here, and a 9 down here that we looked at a moment ago. So basically we are blocking here, blocking here, blocking here, and with the 9 we just wrote in, blocking here. So a 9 has to go in that square there. Is that the end of the 9s? No, there's one more to get. Now, there's only one more 9 to get, so that means we must be able to get it. If there's only one digit, when you're up to the last digit, you can always find it. Okay, so we haven't got 9 in this box yet, but we've got intersecting 9s everywhere. So 9 across here, 9 across here. So we have to look at the middle row only. 9 up here blocking, 9 up here blocking. So that center square there has to be the place where we fit our final 9. Okay, let's keep going. This 2 across this row here blocks these 3 squares in this segment. This 2 blocks here, and so 2 will have to appear in that location there. In this row here, this 8 blocks this square here, and this 8 blocks this square here, so an 8 will have to appear here, like so. Okay, so 6 down here blocks this column here and 6 blocks this row, so 6 is going to appear in this square here. We can find out these numbers. I don't know if it's going to be useful to us at this stage, but if we wanted to find out what they are, we could easily do so, because we can see that there are definitely 2 numbers missing here, and we must know what they are, even if we don't know which way round they go. So we're missing 1 and 4 here. So we know that we already have 1 and 4 to go either here or here. So the missing numbers here have to be 3 or 8. Now actually that's not really going to help us very much at this stage, I believe. So I won't bother thinking too much about it, but just to show you how you can find a number. My neighbour is out chatting again. Okay, so I'm looking around. Okay, 6 in this column, 6 in this column, 6 in this row. So 6 has to appear there. You know, you may be able to spot things quicker than me. I've often found that when I watch these videos back, I realize that I miss a lot of things. But, you know, I usually get there in the end. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something really obvious. I'm not sure why, but I just feel like I'm missing something really obvious. Well, so as not to make the video go on too long, I should probably start filling in some pencil marks, because that will save us some time. So if you've never played Sudoku before and you don't know what pencil marks are, I'm going to tell you that they are potential candidates, in other words, numbers that can possibly go in those squares. For example, we mentioned before that numbers 1 and 4 have to go here. So I'm going to put those numbers in corner, like so. And these 2 numbers as well. So this was 3 and 8, wasn't it? Now this will help us to remember what's in these cells, what can go in these squares. But when you play more advanced Sudoku, also it's very useful for helping you to find patterns, logic techniques. Okay, there's 6 blocks, these 2 squares here, so I'm going to put 6 up here like this, and there's 7 blocks up here, 7 blocks up here. I'm going to put in a 7 pair of 7s. That's what I'm really looking for at this stage, are pairs of numbers. Okay, now this 5 also blocks this row here, which is useful, because now we see that, okay, there's 6 blocked here, there's 5 blocked here, so we have a 5 or a 6 in these 2 squares. So a pair of numbers in 2 squares only, meaning that these 2 squares must contain the other 2 numbers, a bit like we had here in this segment. So the missing numbers are 1 and 4, but we already have an intersecting 1 down here, so we know that that has to be a 1 and that has to be a 4. Up along here now, I'm not going to write in this candidate just at the moment. I'm just going to fill in a number first, because there's a 4 up here, okay, which means that 4 will have to appear across this middle row here, blocking this in this row in this segment. But we just have 4s going up and going up, like so, right? And so actually 4's got to appear here, hasn't it? 4 going up, 4 going up, and there's a 4 somewhere in this middle row here. And so we can fill in our 4 without doing the candidate. If you want to do the candidate, that's perfectly fine as well, of course. It's entirely up to you, your choice. And I may fill it in later as well, anyway. Okay, what else can we see? So I was filling candidates, wasn't I? Well, so let's get back to doing some of that. So there's a 6 blocking here, 6 blocking here. So let's put in a pair of 6s here. Oh, there's an 8, look. 8 across this row here and an 8 down in this column, meaning an 8 must go there. Okay. That will give us a pair of 8s down here. Like we have a pair of 8s here, we also have a pair here and here. That looks reasonable. Now this 8 across here and 8 across here, so giving us another kind of exclusive pair here, meaning that we can find these 2 digits here as well. So the missing numbers in this row are now 1 and 3. Okay, we have the others 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 and 3 are the missing numbers here. But we already have an intersecting 3 here, don't we? Because we know that 3 has to appear here or here. So 3 has got to appear here, and 1 has got to be there. That looks reasonable. I'll put in a pair of 1s up here, because this one blocks, and this one blocks up here. And that ties with our pair of 1s down here. This 4 blocks along here, so leaving us with a pair there. I'll put in the candidates for 4 there. Where else are we looking? Of course, we have a 1 now. Okay, so 1, this one blocks this column, this one blocks this column. So that leaves just this square, because we know that these are excluded now, because they have to be 6 or 8. So 1 goes here. And that will give us a pair of 1s in these 2 boxes, because this 1 blocks here and this one down here. So there's just a 1 in those candidates in those 2 squares there. The 3 that comes up this row blocks, this column blocks this square, and so we can put in a pair of 3s in that position there. 8s I'm going to put as a pair of numbers up here as well, because you can see 8 blocking here and 8 blocking here and 8 blocking this middle square. Let's make it a bit clearer. So 8s are a pair there. Two, there's 2 blocks this column here, and this 2 blocks this row here, leaving us with 2 spaces where a 2 can go. Now we've got 7, 8 and 2 as pairs in a cell. It means that when we find one of these numbers in this segment here, it's going to collapse very easily. It's just going to fall extremely quickly. I'm just keep on looking around the grid though for various things. I'm not going to just focus in one area. I like to play around, let's say. 6 in this column, 6 in this column, 6 in this row, leaving us with 2 possible locations for a 6. Okay. What else? What's missing there? 2, 5. I'm not going at particularly high speed this morning. Actually, I'm not feeling very energetic today, but never mind. Okay, let's put in these candidate 4s that I was mentioning previously. And now that I've put them in, actually we'll also put in candidate 4s down here. So this 4 blocks this column here, leaving only those 2 spaces for a 4. This 4 along this row, either of these squares blocking this row, so 4 has to appear in those 2 spaces there. I'm sure there's a much more efficient way of doing this, and like I said, I'm sure I'm missing things today, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, let's get this, let's fill in the candidates in this segment here, because I think it might be fruitful, but I'm not absolutely sure. So we've got 1, we've got 2, we don't have 3, but 3 is blocking along this column, 3 is blocking here. So we have 3 possible spaces where a 3 can go. I'm not going to put it in the top left of the square like I have the others, because the others I put in the top left to represent pairs. 4, we've got 5. Unfortunately, 5 can go anywhere. Are we blocking 5s anywhere? No. We don't have any 5s. There's just hardly any 5s in this grid. And so 5 can go anywhere. That's a shame, because if we had a blocking one somewhere, we would have found everything very quickly, I'm sure. 6. 6. This 6 blocks this top row here. But nowhere else. I was hoping for something slightly better. Maybe I'm going to notice something in a minute. 7 we've got, 8 we've got, 9 we've got, and that's it. So, am I missing something around here? 2, 6, 4, 2, 7, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3. No, okay, I didn't see anything. Maybe you found some pattern there, but I haven't seen it. Okay, right, so I've filled in more than pairs there, but if I see any other pairs, I shall endeavour to put those in. This 1 blocks this square here, 1 blocks this square, this 1 blocks here, so there's a pair here and here. Oh, this 4 blocks here, and so 4 is a pair here or here. Are we only 1 number missing? 1, 2, we don't have 3, do we? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so just 3s to get here, and they can go anywhere. Leaving a 3, 8 pair here, that looks right here, okay. Okay, what else is happening, man? Okay, 3s can go anywhere here. 4, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks this square here, leaving 3 possible places for 5. 7 blocks this square here, and that's it. So 7 can go here or here. 8, 9 we've got. 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 1, 7. Okay. Over here we are missing 2 and 7, which can go anywhere. 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7, like so. Over here, 2 blocks here, and that's it. So 2, 2, and 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks this row. Well, we already know this is 6 and 8 anyway, so it's just there aren't any other intersecting 5. So actually, of course, what I should have thought about before and forgot was that 5 has to be in this column here, doesn't it? Right, because we know that's either 6 or 8. We don't have a 5 here, so I shouldn't have put those 5s in. That was me not thinking very clearly earlier on. That is really how it looks. Okay. That's a bit better. So 5 just appears in those 3 squares there, right? Because 5 is not allowed here, not allowed here, and so it's going to be somewhere there. Okay. Back. I guess I've done everything there now, and so back here, 1, 2, 3s can go anywhere they feel like. 4, 5 is blocked in this square only, so 3 places where a 5 can go. 6, we've got 7, we don't have yet. 7 blocks that same square as the 5, so 7 goes here and here. 8, 9 we've got already. That's not very clear, does it? It's a 7. Let's cross that out. 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 4, 7. Okie dokie. Okay, so I can get this number as a 2. It's something I should have seen a long time ago, but didn't. Okay, so we've actually got a 2 blocking this square here. We've got this 2 blocks this square, and this 2 blocks this square. So probably you've been looking at that for a long time, pointing and screaming at the screen, saying, why don't you see it? Why don't you see it? I didn't. So now we've got that. Clearly that's a 7. Okay. And let's just carry on here. So that's our 2, and that's our 4. Right. Now that we've got 2 blocking along here, we realize that's a 2. And now we're overwriting a 3, so that's a 3. That's a 5. That's a 7. Allowing us to remove 7 candidates here, and this one up here too. Meaning that 7 is now a pair here and here. I'll promote it to the top left corner just for my own gratification. In fact, 7 is actually there because I've just noticed 7 blocks this square, 7 blocks this square. So the 7, we can get rid of that anyway, because 7 goes in the top. So clearly I haven't been doing this in the most efficient way, but you know, we're making some progress now. Since there's only 5, 3 in this square here, that means that this second square has to contain a 5 or 3 also, but the 3 is blocking this square, so the 3 has got to appear there. So that's our 3, and that's our 5, like so. Let's get rid of candidate 3 here. Okay. Right. Where was I? I'm sure there's more stuff that I haven't noticed. Alright, let's get on and finish these candidates here. So 3, we can get in number 3 now, because 3 blocks this row, remember, with these 2 here. This 3 is blocked here, so 3 is there. I'm overwriting a 1, so 1 is here. I'm overwriting a 6, 6 is there. There's only 1 space for a 4 now, and so that is our 7, like so. When we bring that 7 across, there's only 1 place a 7 can go, which is down there. This 6 blocks this 6 here, that was a 6, 5 pair, so that's a 5 now. 5, 3, that's got to be a 3. 3, 4, that's a 4. And this is our 5, the last remaining number. We have 5, 3, so that's got to be a 3 now. We've got the 3 here, so that's a 4. Okay, let's just get rid of candidate 4 here before we forget, leaving us with 1, 3. That looks okay. Probably I've got more to do here. Yeah, let's get rid of the... Oh, silly me. Got 3 here now, so that's a 1, of course. And this is a 5. We've got this 3 here, blocks this, so this is 8. That's our 1. That's our 3. 3, 8. That's a 3. That's an 8. Okay. 4 down here. That's 4. That's 1. Okay, we're almost there. 5 down here. That's a 5. That's our 6. 6, 8. That's 6. That's 8. One remaining number down here is 2 in this column, so we can fill that in. That has either 2 or 6. That's got to be a 6, hasn't it? And so finally that's our 8. Let me just check, make sure I haven't done anything stupid before I pronounce that today's hard level was only hard because I made it hard. I think I just didn't notice some stuff there. I don't know. I will say it's medium at its strongest. There will be people on Facebook pages saying that's an easy one, and you know, because they're very experienced at Facebook. So maybe it just depends on your own experience of Sudoku. Sorry, I apologize. Very experienced at Sudoku and Facebook, actually. But if you're very experienced at Sudoku, that's clearly an easy one. If you're less experienced, maybe that's a medium or something like that. Please subscribe to the channel and subscribe to other people's Sudoku channels too. Let's promote Sudoku. Maybe the aliens will be watching us. Very unlikely, of course. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.